SCP-5990. Containment Class, Keter. Disruption Class, Kennick. Special Containment Procedures. The containment of SCP-5990 involves securing the location of an SCP-5990 event when it is reported and assisting in the cleanup of any damages, normative or anomalous. There is currently no known means of ensuring total containment of SCP-5990 without the use of worldwide amnestic treatment or memetic re-engineering. Efforts are instead directed toward improving environmental, ecological, social, and economic parameters by any means available to the Foundation. Description: SCP-5990 is an occurrence wherein the human mind and its corresponding physical housing, the brain, undergo a rapid, anomalous expansion. SCP-5990 occurs when prolonged stress and other triggers create a critical emotional mass within an individual's mind. This can lead to an intense mental fallout that most commonly causes migraines in the affected person. On the extreme end, this leads to brain aneurysm, the rapid swelling of nervous tissue to many times its baseline size, and cascading psychic surges, among other unaccounted for anomalies. SCP-5990 is extremely rare, currently affecting roughly 71,000 persons per year, with 1 in 500 incidents being fatalities. Addenda Materials. The following is an abridged list of major SCP-5990 events in chronological order. Background: in the 1976 draft of the DSM-3, the American Psychiatric Association first declares rapid subconscious expansion a rare psychological phenomenon. The World Parahealth Organization, or WPO, undergoes an extensive investigation into the phenomenon and observes significant mental flare-ups in clinical trials over 4 years. By 1980, they conclude that the phenomenon is anomalous, with a variable probability of damaging the shared human psychosphere after each occurrence. What follows is a series of corporate medical payoffs, the mass expungement, revision, and outright destruction of research and clinical data related to the phenomenon, and the amnestic treatment of in-the-know medical professionals. These factors lead to its mass cover-up in the mainstream sciences, including its removal from the DSM. Quarter 3, 2008. Amid the 2008 recession, the United States' paranormal market suffers a significant hit. The Global Occult Coalition slashes their funding of several organizations, including the WPO. A record-high number of persons in the paranormal community experience the phenomenon out of stress. 7th March, 2009. The WPO leaks several uncensored documents to the Foundation in secret. After verifying the source, the Foundation designates the phenomenon as SCP-5990. All future SCP-5990 incidents under the purview of the Foundation Medical Department are covered up as non-anomalous mental illnesses causing a variety of physical symptoms. 1st January 2010. Portland resident Fabian Keynes, a group of interest 004C Church of Maxwellism adherent, celebrates New Year's while under the influence of a black market Maxwellist drug. The drug, known by its street name overcloxia, stimulates cranial augmentations to temporarily improve mental performance and reaction time and create euphoria. The drug has side effects that may cause overheating of both the body and the brain. In its come-down, it throttles brain processing speeds. Keynes overdoses on overcloxia, causing their brain to undergo SCP-5990, which short-circuits their augmentations. Electrical impulses arc from their cerebellum and raise the building around them, setting their cranium ablaze and injuring 12 people in the surrounding townhouse complex. Keynes is declared clinically dead at 1:47 a.m. PST. Keynes is the first person under Foundation purview to experience SCP-5990. The phenomenon continues in individuals at a similar rate as observed by the WPO. 12th April 2013. The anomalous veil of secrecy falls. The masquerade breaks. The Global Occult Coalition and SCP Foundation are revealed to the public, among other normalcy preservation agencies. 23rd October 2013. The Foundation Department of Public Relations sustains high pressure at the administrative level because of overwhelmingly negative publicity over the last 6 months. Public Relations Co-Director Tatiana Embla barricades herself in her office at Site-89 and attempts suicide by hanging. Embla displays SCP-5990 before her death. Because of her unshielded exposure to ontokinetic entities over 10 years of her career, Embla displays a rare and spontaneous emergence of Class 4 reality manipulation capabilities brought on by trauma. Multiple low-level ontokinetic disturbances strike the site. Site Director Christian Darshan, Embla's former superior, who she filed several undisclosed workplace reports against in the past, loses all bladder control. The door to his private quarters simultaneously disappears, transforming into a solid wall. Several hundred liters of urine flood the room. Site security recovers him 9 hours later in soiled clothing. Embla's staff of 90 employees each discover a full year of added earnings in their bank accounts and a single Hershey's Kiss on each desk in the PR office. At first, the Foundation Department of Economics seizes the income with the claim that it constitutes external anomalous interference. Thereafter, a watchdog group for anomalous containment organizations, known as the Free Initiative for Respecting Mutual Anomalies, or FIRMA, publishes scathing reports on Foundation worker mistreatment to several key news organizations. Facing overwhelming media pressure, an emergency sitting of the Ethics Committee votes 30 to 13 in favor of expanding the PR office and increasing its funding. Each employee is awarded abundant cash bonuses. Embla's brain inflates in volume by 5,000% and explodes with a roughly 25 kilogram of TNT equivalent blast, causing significant structural damage. 16th April 2014. An independent journalist releases an anonymous report to CNN about corruption by Russian officials in the city of Kursk. The report accuses up to 160 military police members of attending private weekly banquets funded by laundered monies intended for the construction of a children's hospital. These banquets involved ritualistic psychic procedures for an as-yet unknown purpose. At the last banquet, 9 officials, 6 men and 3 women, are reported to have engaged in an intensive hive-mind-based sexual ritual and experienced SCP-5990 at collective climax. All 9 officials then disappeared. Officials later reported the scent of sulfur, scorch marks on the walls and ceiling, and deep disembodied guttural laughter. Their current location is unknown. 10th May 2015. SCP-5990 trends upwards in frequency after the consumer expansion of mindscaping in the post-Veil world. Mindscaping is a burgeoning New Age industry involving psycho-oniric mechanisms that can create a shared imagined space, referred to as a mindscape. Mindscapes are mass interconnected communes that can be inhabited on a mental level, differing from oniric collectives in that they can be accessed both in waking and in sleep. A mindscape can inhabit a space as small as a single human brain, which itself can undergo a one-time SCP-5990 explosion fueled by up to 150 external psychic connections. The emergence of mindscaping, alongside increased social upheaval in low-income, non-anomalous communities, leads to a dramatic increase of SCP-5990, such that it recurs in global communities over the next 5 years. On 9th March 2020 at 0600 hours, the Overseer Council holds an emergency meeting at Site-1. After the meeting, 056 is recorded communicating with an unknown party via mobile phone. A transcript is as follows. Begin log. That many? Well, fuck me twice. I hear you. Just don't get why they can't all pipe the hell down sometime, you know? There ain't no need for that to happen. After throwing the blame on him the whole time, she lost her damn mind and jumped him like a mouse, beat him senseless, and then he just got up and walked out. We didn't call off the meeting or nothing. Everyone just left. Bunch of children is what they are, but what can I do, you know? No, I won't. And you know what? She always does this, doesn't she? One day her big head'll balloon up and pop, and then what? We should, what, toss her in a shack? Oh yeah, that'd do it. That'd really do it. Just don't look her in the eye or you'll change into stone. I just wish everyone, the whole human race, just calmed down for a minute. Maybe looked around and figured what the hell they got under their skin. What made them feel they were so ugly inside? What made them go over and over in those pained heads of theirs? And just looked at the big picture. Maybe then we wouldn't have everyone's heads exploding or wishing them neighbors' heads did. Or damn the whole thing. Maybe we don't need 'em. Maybe we just don't need 'em all weighing us down. If we just had one damn human revolution and put our heads up in the clouds, we'd all just fly away. End log. After this, 056 slips a hand in his coat, removes a cigar, and lights it. Minutes later, his head balloons in size by a factor of 5, detaches from his body, and floats up into the sky. The content of this recording is released under the Creative Commons by Share-alike 3.0 license. All attribution goes to the original author of SCP-5990, Out of My Head, Out of My Mind, Lieutenant Flops. The original can be found at scp-wiki.wikidot.com/scp-5990.